A statue coming down in Central Park. The statue of 19th century gynecologist and obstetrician J. Marion Sims came down on Tuesday morning and will be relocated to Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn. The Central Park statue has been up for a long time. The reason it's coming down, East Harlem leaders have been talking to the city for 7 years to get this statue down. Now, the guy is credited with some breakthroughs on treating difficult pregnancies, but he also is known to have conducted medical experiments on black slave women. This is the only statue that the mayor's commission on statues decided was controversial enough to remove. The question for our panel is, why is it staying up anywhere based on the reasons that they're taking it down? Let's bring in our A-plus panel for tonight. I'm joined by attorney Mike Korobanix. Good to see you, Mike.
Nice to see you, Bill.
Jeanette Hoffman, Republican strategist, back with us. And newcomer Renee Heichel-Cuddy is an immigration attorney. Good to see you, Renee.
Thank you,
Thanks
Bill.
for being
Thanks
with us.
For having me.
All right, so Mike, let me start with you on this. Seems to me that this is a good decision to take this statue down. I mean, I'm not one for wanting to rewrite history or erase it, but why move it to Brooklyn, given what people are accusing this guy of having done?
The whole situation's so repulsive that it just, I can't even wrap my head around the thought that the city would even move it an inch to wherever it's going. It should be destroyed. It should be forgotten about.
It should go in a
taxpayers are paying for this.
Yeah,
right?
taxpayers are paying for it. I don't know why that it was there in the first place. However, why did we need a whole 90-day commission to realize that it was inappropriate? As you said, East Harlem leaders have been calling for 7 years to take it down, and now
Jeanette,
they're moving it.
You and I have had this conversation here in terms of generals and politicians, et cetera, and I'm a big believer you can't whitewash history, you can't erase history. This seems to go a little bit beyond the pale. I'm surprised he had a statue in the first place.
Yeah, I think 95% of the population in New York City would have no idea who this person is. It's not even a defining statue in Central Park. How many times have I walked there and had no idea it was even there?
So, Renee, I had never heard of this guy until his statue was coming down. But do you think it's smart for the city to spend this money to move the statue? Why not just put it in the dumpster?
No, Bill, I think it should be removed immediately. I can't believe we're wasting taxpayer money to move the statue at all. I think everyone would agree that doing experiments, and what I read was that the women didn't even have anesthesia, so women suffered horribly during this.
Horrific accusations.
I mean,
but to that point, though, where do you stop? This commission came out with all kinds of fanfare to say they were going to tear down all the statues that were inappropriate. Kind of surprising to me, given how far left Mayor de Blasio is. They only picked one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know all the statues that were up for discussion, but at least this is one that I think most people would agree on.
What this guy did was criminal, and to have a statue of a criminal.
But even in the context of the time, not acceptable in a medical profession by any stretch.
I don't think the Hippocratic Oath was currently written. I believe it was in effect back then, and to think that somebody was so twisted to do this, it's repulsive.
You didn't need a commission to tell you that.
You didn't need a commission for that. Somebody should have figured that out when the East Harlem leaders were talking about it 7 years ago. Unbelievable. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate you being here.